All right, we are live. Let's see.
Are we live?
All right, we are live.
Oh, why are you sitting there?
The beauty of technology.
So we got started over. Like,
I feel like this, like, you watch Grant Cardone and they be like still doing technical stuff while you waiting to get in.
well, I thought Mr. Technical Genius, you had it
Oh,
together.
thank you. I do have it together.
Well, look, right about now, I was supposed to expect to hear a theme song or something.
No, so right
about that.
Yeah, so really, I want to welcome you all back to
Welcome back.
Love and Entrepreneurship. We back like we never left.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
No, we're not doing. We can't do that. That's. I don't think we could use that.
What?
We don't have the license for that.
You don't have to have no license for that.
All right, so we are back. I am Chris Woods.
And I'm Ty Woods.
And you are
is
Love and Entrepreneurship. All right, so it's been a minute since we've been live. We got a lot of stuff going on. We've been connecting and doing a lot of work, and I'm excited about excited about the year, really.
About what? You excited about what?
I'm excited about the year, for what's in store for the year.
What year is it?
2027.
We don't know when somebody's going to be watching this. So this is welcome to year 2027. Oh, wait a minute. So, you're on year 2027? You are now in year 2024.
All right, so we are in 2024. Can you believe it?
2024. Wow.
Yep. So this is a brand new season, really, for our Love and Entrepreneurship, and I'm super excited because we get a chance to share the knowledge that we have. We get a chance to connect with all our partners, all our fans, all our friends on social media, and it's gonna be an awesome season. All right, so Ty, I really want to do a recap though, because it's been a while since we've been on together. You see, we got a new little setup. Welcome to our house.
Yes, this is our home, and we are trying to catch you guys up. Where have Chris and Ty been all of this time? It's been like a year and a half.
Yeah, it's been a year and a half. We've been working.
It's been a year and a half. But there's a special thing that happened.
Yeah. So not only have we,
why we kind of stepped away. So you want to tell them what happened?
Yeah. So not only have we been growing businesses, we've been growing our family.
Yes.
And so if you don't know, if you don't follow us on our personal social medias, you guess what? We had a baby.
Woo!
And so the last time we were filming for Love and Entrepreneurship, Ty was pregnant, and she had to definitely take a lot of rest to make sure that we enter in our beautiful Amber Woods into the world.
Yes. And let me tell you, it was a very trying time. We had just started the pandemic. It's probably a year in, actually,
Yeah.
that we were in the pandemic. We started loving entrepreneurship during the pandemic.
No,
So
right before the
right
pandemic.
before the pandemic.
I
Right
remember
before, you're
shooting.
right.
I remember shooting one episode where literally Kobe died and the pandemic happened all on the same day.
Well, yeah, Kobe died in January.
Yes.
And the first case
Yep.
came to America that year, that month. And we were like, man, is this a thing? Is this gonna be for real? And man, it was the thing. It was a thing.
Yeah.
And we made it through. I can tell you now though, I actually am thankful for the time that we had a, away from everything, away from the noise, and just the reset.
Yeah.
I think the
Definitely.
reset helped us big time. Number one, I think it helped me to get pregnant, for starters. It helped me to get pregnant. And by the way, if you don't know my birth story and my pregnancy story, I urge you to go and follow me on Instagram. Ty Woods Get Grants.
Ty Woods gets
grants.
Gets grant.
No S.
No S. So she
Ty Woods Get Grants.
Okay. Make it plain.
I know. I get grants.
You get grants.
I get grants.
I get grants.
Ty Woods get grants. And scroll down to April of 2022 and you'll see the video and read the story. But it's a very captivating story. It's a very motivational story. If you all don't know I look like I'm maybe 28, but I am 44. You're not 28? And it was a very long journey for me to finally conceive a biological child after 17 years of marriage. So if you are looking to be motivated and you want to know a little bit more about that journey, then please feel free, follow me and go to my story and comment.
Yep, definitely. And follow her because she get grants.
For real. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to talk to you guys about that a little later, about what I'm doing.
No, shout it out now. We can ready to transition, but shout it out now.
Okay, guys. Well, I have my own platform where I teach people how to get grants for their nonprofit. If you don't know, we started a nonprofit 15 years ago called Opportunity Knocks. Shout out to AK. Woo, 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 woo. All right, we are the number one STEAM education organization. Right. We saying it, we speaking it. 15 years ago, we didn't have no money, and we had a dream and we had a desire to serve the youth in our community, and we needed to learn how to raise money. And so you will get my School of Hard Knocks all into 1 hour. I'm going to be teaching a free live class on Thursday, this Thursday, January.
This Thursday, because I don't know when they're gonna watch it, but
when are you gonna watch it?
It's normal. It's normally scheduled.
It's normally the first Thursday.
Yes,
but if you can hear, there's something kind of going on in my voice because last week and the week before last, actually, I had a virus that took my voice away, and so I couldn't teach on my normal first Thursdays, but I teach every first Thursday. It's been consistently about 200 people that sign up to attend these workshops. So please, there's only 200 spots. So if you are interested in learning more about grants, about funding for nonprofits, or just start a nonprofit altogether, then please go to my website at iamtywoods.com. iamtywoods.com for more information. And you can just click on register, and I will see you on Thursday, first Thursdays at 7 p.m.
And there is a S at the end of the woods.
There is an S at the end of the woods. So it's iamtywoods.com.
All right. So we're going to take a short break. And then when we come back, we're going to do something that we normally haven't done in the past, what we're going to implement is called trending topics. And so we're going to start off there. And today we're actually going to be talking about 4 ways to prepare for success in your business, and then 4 ways to prepare for success in your marriage. We know everybody sets resolutions and things for the new year, but it's so important that we plan and that we, as we've been saying in our household, is that we execute, right?
Yeah. So 2024 in the Woods household, the words that God gave us.
Wait, hold that thought. Hold that thought.
We're going to share that with you after the break.
Falling in love and working as a team. Love and entrepreneurship, giving advice as we live the American dream. Love and entrepreneurship, falling in love and working as a team. Love and entrepreneurship, giving advice as we live the American dream. Love and entrepreneurship, love and entrepreneurship, love and entrepreneurship. Love and entrepreneurship, love and entrepreneurship, love and entrepreneurship, love and entrepreneurship, entrepreneurship. Yeah.
We're back.
All right, so we are back like we never left, right?
Like we never left.
I really do miss these things. Really getting a chance to talk to everyone, kind of hearing some of your feedback and your comments. There's some things that we're going to do this month and throughout the year, and we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. All right, so the trending topic. So I'm gonna play. Should I play the whole video? Yeah. I'm gonna play the whole video, and then I want you all to chime in, and I'm gonna ask you the question after the video.
Oh, no.
I don't want any dessert.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate cake. Dave, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate cakes? It's all women here. We got a
No,
cake.
but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table. I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying for credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split checks? We doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But you
the.
participate. I know we ain't got shit.
I know. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. This is my birthday, for real. Don't.
Okay, well,
we're
I
not.
mad at me because I didn't have anything.
No.
I didn't get nothing.
Whether, but you
It's
still
Donnie's
came.
birthday.
Wait a minute. We're not
I
doing
gotta
this.
pay for nothing that I didn't get.
But you
No,
came
but you
though.
sat
so
at
you
the
still-
table.
But you don't pay for a seat.
Okay, well, yes. No.
Listen,
There's
I don't
gratuity
care- I don't
and
care.
everything on this
I don't
show.
care how y'all do
I
it.
didn't order have anything. I just showed up.
Well, I'm sorry, Dave, but you always pay. Like you're the only man at the table. You're not gonna pay the check.
If it's, but I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This
It's
is your
only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
You
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay,
No,
first.
if that was the case, I'd have just took you out
Are
to
you
lunch for your
gonna
birthday.
sit, Dre? Are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry. I do
Oh.
have a husband though. Hold on, wait a minute.
Thank
I do have a
y'all.
husband.
So Donnie, you're good because it's your birthday, but the
Y'all
rest of y'all,
so
we got to chip in.
we're good.
Y'all are so
But you
embarrassing.
can.
Let me get
You
out
need
of
to leave.
here.
Not us splitting checks.
You need to leave.
I'm not paying for anything. I'm not paying for anything.
No,
He's
you
the man
ate.
at the
You had
table.
a couple drinks.
That's
You know what?
some bullshit.
I'm not paying for anything.
gonna tell you tomorrow.
No, he's the man at the
I'm
table.
yo.
He
Wait,
needs to pay.
Can you please separate the check, please?
No, because I'm saying that's ghetto. Like, you don't come to no establishment like that talking about splitting checks. I don't do that. I don't split checks. That's
Thought
really
you were the
ghetto.
podcast king. Thought you were the podcast king.
We gotta get in the car. It's not here. It's over here. We'll go this way. That's ghetto as hell. Like, I can't do it. When you get money, like, you're just supposed to take care of stuff. Like,
All right. So here's my question. You all saw the video. And
Yep.
we have a scenario where the man took his wife's friend out for her birthday, and she invited her friends, and I'm assuming some of her wife's friends as well.
Some of his wife's friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the friend of the birthday girl, her friends, but I'm assuming it's probably some of the wife's friends as well.
Right.
And so they said, well, you should pick up the check because
You
the man.
Oh, I got
So
much to say
what do
about
y'all
this.
think about that? In this scenario, should the man be obligated to pick up the check for a bunch of ladies who, he said in the thing, he said, hey, I didn't really invite you, and I'm willing to pay for the birthday girl, but I'm not willing to pay for everybody else. What do y'all think about that?
So I got a lot to say about that. For starters, my husband is not obligated to pay for any other female unless we are in agreement.
Yeah.
Before it happens. And that person will know before we get there. Or maybe sometimes we'll tell them once we get there.
Right.
But
it's a conversation that we already had, right?
We already had, because we're one. Our it's not his money, it's not my money, it's our money. And so you can't expect. And they kept saying, well, I thought you was the podcast king.
Right. In other words, you making all this money, right?
You making all this money. You always bragging about you making all this money. You could pay a $700 tab.
Well, only $700.
Only $700 tab. But at the end of the day, you are only responsible for yourself when you are going out to eat.
Yeah.
I don't even believe that a man should pay for a woman's meal on the first date. I honestly think she should pay for her own meal, because then he don't expect nothing in return.
That's good.
So I don't know what y'all think about that. I'm trying to.
You gotta put it in the chat. I do like the way that his wife came to bat and was like, "Nope, my husband ain't paying for y'all, right? Y'all get your own husband, right?"
I would have done that too. Because at the end of the day, you are my husband and you pay for my meal.
Right.
And we already agreed that you will pay for the birthday girl's meal.
Right.
But what you're not gonna do.
What you're not gonna do.
Pinching my husband's pockets. Okay.
No matter how much money I make.
I don't care if he makes $100 million a day. That would be awesome. But all I want you to know, friends, just because your friends have money doesn't mean you're obligated to.
Or your friend's spouse has money, right?
If your friend's spouse has money, we could go out to lunch with Mark Zuckerberg, but I'm not expecting him to pay for me unless he says,
Zuck, you got this?
Hey, Mark, I got him on first. Mark, I'm not expecting you to pay for my meal. But if Mark Zuckerberg took us out, if he took his wife out for her birthday and they invited us,
right?
He said, all right, we're going to go out to eat. I'm gonna order my meal as if I'm paying for my meal.
Right.
So that means don't be trying to get the appetizer, the entree, the drinks, the alcoholic beverages,
unlimited drinks,
the dessert,
right, and a meal to go, right,
and a meal to go. Oh, let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about
we
that.
had that happen before. So, so I love to hear y'all comment about that. I thought that was an interesting scenario. I heard it was a skit, right? But there are some people out there, some ladies who deem that the man in those scenarios should. I've seen scenarios where the husband takes the sister out and it's 100% the husband's responsibility every time he takes the sister out. And in this case, it was a twin sister. I don't really think that's fair for that husband to be able to have to do that without having some communication or things like that. Now, if that person is, you know, a part of the family that's helping out sometimes too, then maybe, yeah. But I believe it should be a conversation beforehand about, that, what y'all think.
Okay. I can't see the comments because for some reason, it's like only showing. Okay.
Well, I see people say they just got on.
Okay. So
let's see.
We're asking. All right, there we go. There's the comments. Thank you. Goodness gracious. All right. So comment on this. Should a man pay for his friends, his
wife's friends,
but his wife's friends and her friends,
right,
food when they go out to
dinner.
They go out on a group dinner,
right?
Should the husband pay for everybody since he's the man? He's the man. That was what she said.
Right.
He is the man.
Right. He is a man. I like this guy. I agree. He should pay for whoever him and his spouse agree upon. Right. Yeah, that's what we said. Like we should be in agreement beforehand. Not, hey, I'm gonna skip the check. I mean, they left out. Like was like
left out.
I ain't paying this. I ain't paying this.
And then they say like, oh, I thought he was the podcast millionaire.
Right.
He's supposed to be the podcast millionaire. So okay, so yes, my husband may be making a little bit more money, but does that mean that you are obligated to my husband's paycheck?
You're right. You got to be in my pocket.
So just because, you know what I'm saying? I see we got some people on. Look, okay, we got my friend Nate on. Look, Nate, he got a nice little job there. So if they take us out to eat, should I expect Nate to pay for all of us? No. I'm sure he's making more than me right now.
That put him on blast. But I like that scenario because like I said before, there are some people who think that, just because you are in a certain economical bracket that, you should pay for them every time you go out with them.
Yeah, that's a no.
Right.
That's a no for me. That's a no for me, dog. That's enough for me, dog.
Right. That's why I say they make it. They ordering what they gonna eat now and to go plates. It's like, no, we not doing that.
Yeah. No. So that was a hot debate. That was a hot debate. Don't presume. Okay, maybe I don't know. But one of the things that why we wanted to bring this topic up is because many times on dates, on a first date especially, women are now what's happening now. It's a trend.
Oh man,
women are actually going on dates so they can get something to eat from these dudes.
That's the biggest come up right now.
The come up is
that, and I'm telling my oldest, he's telling me actually about it and how women are going out and they're swiping left or whichever way, and they swipe it and they like, hey, I'm gonna meet up with this person and get a meal, and they're just not interested in that person at all.
I like this comment. April said, my husband and my friends, like, okay, of course, but what they both agree on. But she said, my friends have no right to attach themselves to our finances.
Come
He is
on.
not their Santa Claus or their sugar daddy. Come on now, come on. 100 facts right there, right
Right,
there.
right.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's the wrong
Oh,
one.
wrong one. There we go. That's my husband is not your sugar daddy, girl. You better keep it moving. But that's the thing right now. The trend is I need something to eat. So I'm gonna call this dude that I really don't like.
You're right. You're not interested in them.
I'm not really interested in him.
And then he got us take you to a 5-star
Oh, my
restaurant,
goodness.
right?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Right. So ladies, we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better.
Well, this is Love and Entrepreneurship. So we got people on here that are married, but we got people on here that will watch later and that are single, and they're sitting here like, I don't understand what's wrong with it.
What's wrong with it?
What's wrong with it? Can we get it from a different perspective?
Go ahead, break it down.
Okay. So if I'm a single woman, and I'm like, I'm trying to make my way in this world, I don't have that much money. Why not attach myself to somebody else's pockets? I mean, if you invited me knowing that my pocket's not that deep.
Yeah.
So if you invite me as a single person that don't have that much money, then I'm assuming you paying. I'm just saying, we got some people in our circle like that.
That's so true.
If they come, if we invite them, we already know we paying.
Well, that is so 100%. There's some people do indeed in our circle. If we're going out, I already know, hey, they don't have money. But to you all's point, yeah, that's a conversation and decision that we have before we even go out as a couple.
Yeah.
But as a single person or a single lady, it should not be the expectation that man is going to pay, right? Especially now, right? I think to take the pressure off, maybe you just start dating and just go get some coffee. Starbucks, everybody loves Starbucks. I mean, not necessarily me, unless we're gonna get a Starbucks sponsorship. Then I love Starbucks.
I say keep the first date under $5.
Yeah, indeed.
$10.
Yeah, no pressure, right? You got to get to know that person.
Pressure. There's no pressure on either side.
Ain't no free meals.
So yeah, women. So we got a comment from Renee. Women who only go to eat with men they have no interest in, so they can get food, are users and gold diggers, and they're just wrong.
It's just wrong. And unfortunately, that's a huge trend nowadays. Unfortunately, and it puts a lot of people at a disadvantage because they don't know people's true intentions.
So and Nate says don't ask for someone to pay for something that you can't buy yourself.
Ooh.
That's a model that I have.
And here's a principle too. Like don't buy something that you can't buy two of.
Ooh. Now that's a great segue. That is a great segue into the 4 principles that we're going to talk about in business today, because honestly, too many people are out there buying things that they can't afford. The goal is that you have enough. The rule should be, if you don't have enough to buy 2, you don't have enough.
Yeah, because you're just barely making it.
Yep.
Once you buy that item,
if you don't have enough, if that empties out your bank account,
yeah, you probably shouldn't have bought that item.
Yeah,
like, oh, I'm good. I'm just not gonna eat for 2 weeks. No. No, that's not gonna work. All right, so what we're talking about today is
4 ways.
4 ways to prepare for success in business, and then 4 ways to prepare for success in marriage.
You said it right, success.
That's a little later. This is Love and Marriage. Love and Entrepreneurship.
Oh,
all right, so
goodness.
I'll let you lead. Which 4 you want to do first?
Well, let's start with I'm gonna start with the one we just got through talking
All
about.
right, let's go.
Financial management. That's a great segue. If you can't buy two,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have enough money to buy one.
Yeah.
If you can't buy two, you don't have enough money to buy one. So, what you need to do is establish some sound financial principles.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about 4 principles to establish yourself. Now, I don't think it's just for
This is
entrepreneurs.
this is just
This is really success. Period.
right, and right. So both of these, or all 8 points total, can be used in both business and in your personal growth.
And it
or-
can be used at work.
correct. Yep.
If you have a job.
But
Not
financial
necessarily entrepreneurship.
correct. But financial management is so crucial.
You know, finances is like the number 1 or number 2 reason for divorce.
Yeah, it's up there pretty
It's
high.
like it's like in the top. It's definitely in the top 3.
Yeah.
Definitely in the top reason. It's not. It's, when I say finances, it's lack of or mismanagement of.
Yep.
It's either one of the two.
Yeah.
And
You're either spending all
yep,
or not.
making enough.
Yep. Where you're not figuring out enough ways to produce income to support yourself. And I know a couple people who live beyond their means in order to have this showcase of I'm living this lifestyle.
Man, I got a flex for the ground. What you talking
You
about?
know?
This rolling on my wrist. What? What?
That's actually
Let
Michael
me-
Kors,
let-
but
Let me flex. I could buy 2 of them though.
you can't buy 2 of
I
them,
could
right?
buy 2 of them. So I got it.
Right.
I got it. But at the end of the day, we still have to use sound financial principles.
Yeah.
Sound financial principles. What does that look like?
Budgeting.
Ooh, the B word.
Mhm.
Did you just say the B word?
Yeah.
Stop cussing around. Budgeting?
Cash flow management.
Man, okay, let's go back. What is I know some of y'all like, I know what a budget is, Ty, but I'm gonna just make it super easy for you to budget this year. I'm gonna make it super easy for you. You want to know what you can do? The easiest way to budget
What's
is
that?
to download an app called Truebill that I use. It's super easy. It connects to all your banks. There's a lot of apps out there that's very similar, but Truebill, what happens is it integrates your banks and everything. You could put, and it'll use data from last year to say, okay, this is how much you spent in these areas. You just have to take a little bit of time to categorize some things that, it may not recognize, whether it was like a restaurant or something like that. But once you take the app,
Mhm.
once you take everything and put everything in a category, it'll create the budget for you for the next year.
Oh,
So
that's
guess what?
dope.
I already got
That's
my
dope.
budget for 2024.
That's dope.
So I know how much I made. We had our family meeting, and he's like,
A
okay,
series
we're
of
gonna go over
meetings.
financial it's a series. We're gonna go over finances. He's like, oh boy. It's like, no, I already know how much we made, how much we spent. Like, how do you know all that on the 3rd? Well, because it's all in here in my app. And so if you don't have some type of way to categorize your expenses, you can do it manually. I know some people that's still old
That's
school.
old school, but you
Write
can
it
do
down
it.
on a piece of paper and say, okay, restaurants. And then some people still use that envelope strategy that Dave Ramsey taught 50,000 years ago.
No, Dave Ramsey still teach that. I think,
The envelope,
practical.
that is
practical.
I'm sorry. That's the dumbest. I'm sorry. I don't even want to use that word in this house. That is the most impractical way of saving or doing anything with cash. Cash flow management is so much easier in the digital world. When you take the cash out,
What if you 70,
what if you're 70?
80, 90?
Oh, it's still digital for them too.
Actually, you do. I mean, we kind of seeing this. We're actually moving away from
cash.
We really are becoming a cashless society.
The closer we get, it's becoming more and more cashless. But one of the things you want to make sure you do with cash is if it's sitting in an envelope, it is
does not make any money.
depreciating every single day.
Yeah, it's losing its
It's
value.
losing its value every single day. So at the very least, stop the envelope stuff, man, and put the money in an interest-bearing account, even if it's I don't like savings. If you could just start with a money market account. Just start with a money market account. It's at your bank. Most major banks have them. And at least get that full well, I think SunTrust, they're not even called SunTrust no more. Oh Lord. Truist Bank just quoted me. I went with my sister to open an account, and she's very, very, very fiscally conservative. So I said, well, let's put your money in a money market so that you can see it's growing and it's sitting there. You don't have to do anything else but just watch it. And so the interest was at like 4.9%. So I was like, okay, that's pretty decent, but it's not depreciating. At the very least, put it in an interest-bearing account. Interest-bearing account is one thing, but account that has compound interest, that's like next level. But see, once you get a little bit more savvy with finances, then I would recommend putting your cash in assets, appreciating assets, whether that's a company that you love and trust, that you know is a growth company. A lot of people, when you say stock market,
You're talking about stock market. Yeah.
When you say stock market, they go, oh, don't talk about the stock market. The market can crash. Okay, the market is not going to crash. Has it crashed before? We have had several crashes over the past 100 years. But let me tell you something. What goes up comes down. This is the cycle of the stock market. What goes up always comes down, and what goes down always goes up in a really good company, when you have a really good company. So tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, companies that are really, really Google, Amazon, these companies are making moves, man, making moves. I'm not telling you to put your money in those companies because I'm not a financial analyst and I cannot advise.
And we don't want no lawsuits, right? Well, Ty said
to put my money in Amazon and Apple. And Apple, Apple dropped like 4% last week.
Right. So investing is one of the strategies in order to have great financial management.
Diversity in trade. Well, diversity,
correct.
Diversification is the key.
Yeah.
To
so
not
real
losing
estate
your
yes.
Not
but losing your shirt.
He just said the other asset, appreciated asset, real estate. So we have finances. We have our cash in real estate. We have our cash in the stock market, and we have cash in the money market. So
and we have cash working for us in business.
And we have cash in business, right? So those are the top ways. There are other ways that are way more sophisticated that we're not going to talk about today.
Yeah, because it can get lengthy.
Yeah, that's like a whole boot camp that you can go into. And
and we're actually, since you're talking about it, we're on January 26th and 27th. We will be hosting our Love and Entrepreneurship Accelerator, and it's only roughly 40 slots for that, where we're going to really help people in business. If you have a business that you started,
or you want to start a business,
right? And you need the steps. You need somebody to kind of hold your hand and kind of give you a little push and give you some direction. Guess what? We're going to do that.
Right. And one of the things that I love about doing this accelerator is that people always ask us questions, right?
Every single I have about 3 to 4 people every single week.
I get them every week too. and I get random people online because
Yeah.
I am also on TikTok and all of these things.
You on TikTok? What dances you be doing? Nah, just
No, no dances. But I have a very strong belief that if we walk people through this journey, they will grow. Their businesses will grow.
I'm 1,000% sure.
I'm actually 1,001% sure because I always one up you. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it's always a
It's a
competition.
competition.
I,
He can't be 1,000% sure without me being 1,001.
I'm 1,000 to infinity. All right. All right. So here's another strategy or another key. And I kind of said it, which is having a strategic plan. This is for your business, right?
Right. So that's what we're going to help them with.
Right.
We're going to help them with that strategic plan at the accelerator.
Because sometimes you really do not know what to do when operating or starting or setting up a business and you need help. You're like, hey, here's this great idea. And you might have a product, you might have a service that you are providing. And you like, I just really don't know how to make this grow. I don't understand operations. I don't understand point of sale. There's a lot of things that we're going to help you with so that your business grow and become profitable. And sometimes really just making sure your business is in order, right?
Yeah, and sometimes you don't even know
what you don't know.
What you don't know.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, I don't need no strategic plan. Okay. Until you need a strategic plan, until you get one.
Somebody's asking you for a strategic plan so they can give you money, and you're like, well, I don't have a plan. Can you just give me the money? And they're like, no, I'm sorry.
Well,
it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen.
So here's another or number what is this? Number 3. Yep. Number 3, build a strong professional network.
Okay, we're working on this because this whole like networking thing has been a challenge for not just Chris, but for me, who is an extrovert, by the way. I don't know why it's been so hard for me to like put myself out there, especially on social media, but it's just been more and more challenging for me because I am on social media, but I'm not on social media as it relates to my business.
So true.
So that is one way that you can network. You could do some serious networking online. But in person though, I mean, we gotta be very strategic.
Yeah.
Because we don't like going to just any place because we still have like our beliefs and we're very stern when it comes to like the type of places and atmospheres, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't just be in anybody atmosphere because strange things. People be doing something strange for a piece of change,
They do
they do they do. So I just
it's so much power in networking and connecting with the right people, especially when you're starting a business. Many times people have the tools and resources that you need in order to accelerate your business,
and vice versa.
Correct.
And vice versa. So don't ever think that you don't have nothing to give in that room. Because just because you're new to business doesn't mean that you don't have an added value that you can give while being in that room. So whatever room you're entering in, and like we were talking about this, and I'm in a cohort for Kingdom Business Leaders, and one of the I think she's still on here, Renee. She just became a member of the Buckhead Club, and she was telling me about the advantages of just being in a room like that. And a matter of fact, just by being in that room, we were invited to the Boy Scouts of America gala. Now, I was able to see. Now, Boy Scout, of course, been around for 100 plus years. So we're in the nonprofit space. they've been doing this. They've been doing this. They raise tens, hundreds of millions of dollars every year. And to be in the room where they raised like I think it was like $2.2 million that day. That day.
Yeah.
I never done that in a day. I've raised it, but it didn't take me one day. And how much that I learned from being in that room. And I was like, man, this is just from one person being in one room at the right time,
Yep.
who opened the door for another person to be in another room at the right time. So you might be the person that is going to open the door for somebody else. And okay, there's no question that traditionally in America, there has been barriers to people of color getting into certain spaces, especially spaces like country clubs, where
Buying real estate.
real estate. And there's been a lot of barriers in the past, and even today, there are still barriers that are there. But there are people who are of all ethnicities who are already there. They're already in those rooms and they see the inequities, they see the inequalities, and they say, you know what? I am making it my business to open the door for somebody who looks like you. I know I don't look like you, but I know I can open the door for someone that looks like you. And that's what happened that day at the Boys and Girls Club, or the Boy Scouts event.
Yeah.
So you might not know who you're going to open the door for, but trust and believe somebody's going to open the door for you.
Yeah. So true.
This year, I prophesied that to you.
Okay.
That this year, somebody is going to open the door for you that you can't open yourself. And I prophesied to you.
I take that. I receive that.
Somebody's going to open the door for you that you can't open yourself. You receive that?
Yeah.
Come on.
And guess what? And guess what? I'm gonna open some doors for people too.
Family handshake.
I just kind of hard to do that from here, but
we got family handshake, y'all.
Yes. All right. So Ty, what's the next one? What's the last one for business?
All right, last one, and then we're gonna close on out. And come back to y'all next week on the relationship.
Well, we're gonna shoot, yeah.
All right. The last thing is continuous industry knowledge. Now, if you don't continue to educate yourself, on the emerging technologies and market shifts, you're gonna get left behind. And I'm talking, and even at your job, you cannot get so complacent that I am for sure going to have this job next year. Let me tell you something. People are getting fired who's been at companies for 20 years.
Yeah.
Because they refuse to advance themselves.
Yeah. I have a strong belief. Anybody that works, as I say, alongside me, is that I ensure that I create avenues for them to grow and develop and get educated. I encourage everybody to find resources. In some cases, there's some free resources. In some cases, that I'll cover the bill on it, so that they can get training. Because I believe that when people are trained in your business, they have a little bit more longevity and they feel like you care about them and you're invested in them. And it's true. I am invested in people. This is the nature of who I am, is that I know a part of who I am as my calling is to raise up leaders. That's actually a part of our family mission, is to raise up leaders, both spiritually and in business. And so I encourage you to always seek out education, right?
So if you don't leave with anything today, leave with this. Get more information about the field that you're in.
Yeah.
Be constantly learning. Become more savvy with your finances, making sure that you're not depreciating assets, but you are that all your assets are appreciating. That means going up every year. Okay.
Strategic.
Making sure you build a strong network.
Yep.
Make sure you build a strong network. And lastly, develop a strategic plan.
Yep.
Now, we are going to close out by saying, if you have any questions about joining the accelerator, you can always contact us at you can contact me at info@iamtywoods.com. Send me an email. I'll get back to you.
I put a link in.
There's a link in the bio.
Hopefully it came up. If not, I'll put it directly.
Or if you got our personal information, you can contact us about it. But we are looking for 40 people or 20 couples.
20 couples. We definitely want to work with couples.
20 couples. It could be 15 couples.
Or it could be somebody.
Five singles.
Yeah, it could be also somebody. It doesn't have to be a husband and wife. It can also be two brothers, a sister, brother, somebody that you're
that's dedicated to the business with you.
That you have a outside relationship with, right? Yeah. Where
they're not gonna quit on you.
Right. When they probably want to quit on you. Yeah.
Because I quit on you, then you quit on me, then I quit again. How many times have I quit?
You quit last week.
I didn't quit last week.
That wasn't last week.
No, it wasn't last week. No, I quit. The last time I quit, this is funny.
It was right before the break.
The last time I quit was, it was about 3 weeks ago.
See, that's what I said last week, because we just got back.
About 3 weeks ago, I was like, you're not gonna have me for long, because I'm ready to go into full-time real estate development. And he's like, man, you trying to resign again? So yeah, we get into this. Now that wasn't a time when I was mad and then I quit, because there's been times when I was mad and I was like, you know what, I quit. Let me see you run this company without me. And sure enough, he would come crawling, begging, saying, baby, please.
Don't believe
come back to me. That's how it went in my head.
That's how in her head. Please don't go. James Brown started circulating in her head. But I know for us, I'm gonna play that back. I don't know what exactly she said, but I'm gonna rewind the tape. For us, I know we work best together, because in a strong partnership, whether it's business or relationship, there's attributes that person has that are strengths for them, that are weaknesses for you, and vice versa. And so I always encourage you.
What are my strengths?
Yeah, what are your strengths? For another topic, another day.
I mean, you can't name one off the top of your head. I can name one on the top of my head.
About yourself?
About you. I mean, you should have been able like, I got this long list.
No, it is a long list. Here's one. You are a go-getter. You're going to find a way.
Okay. I get that. All right, I get that.
Thank you.
Okay, you want one too? You fishing for a comment?
I wasn't, but go ahead, shoot your shot. Shoot your shot, baby.
Okay. Well, you are overall positive leader. Positive.
You like you still figuring it out.
No. I'm trying to think of the words. You are a affirming leader, a positive affirming leader. Like, people love working for you. And I think you do a really great job leading people with the spirit of care.
Thank you for that.
And so that's why people have been here longer than when I was people was quitting left and right. They couldn't deal with me.
I'm gonna write you up.
I'm gonna write you up.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write you up.
All right, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in on another episode of
Love and Entrepreneurship. And so
this is Ty Woods.
I'm Chris Woods.
We'll see you again next time. Bye, y'all.
Falling in love and working as a team. Love and entrepreneurship. entrepreneurship. Love and entrepreneurship. Love and entrepreneurship. Love and entrepreneurship.